Law enforcement officials finding the man suspected of killing 18 and hurting 13 others in Maine dead tonight. They say that Robert Card is believed to have died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Police had been looking for Card since Wednesday in connection with the shooting at a bar and a bowling alley in Lewiston, Maine. The news of his death comes after authorities lifted the shelter-in-place order for residents in the southern part of the state. Maine's public safety commissioner naming all 18 victims in a news conference tonight, holding a moment of silence. With each of these mass shootings, there is talk of how it affects our freedoms, right? Well, one of the places the gunman targeted was a bowling alley, a place that many Toledoans frequent, especially on a Friday night. Andre Norrells, he was in West Toledo tonight to see how this latest tragedy is affecting them. And Andre, what did they tell you?
Well, Jeff, Jugg's Bowling Center in Toledo has a rich history. People have been coming here to bowl for decades, and tonight some bowlers agreed to talk to us about what happened in Maine, and what we ended up finding was a connection to the story we did not know existed. This week's mass shooting at a bowling alley in Maine hits too close to home for Jugg's general manager, Steve Jackowski.
It's a small concourse. There's a lot of activity in here and a lot of movement and a lot of people. It gets pretty crowded in here. It wouldn't be a good situation.
He's been at this entertainment center in West Toledo for 44 years.
I've seen a lot of people come through these doors. Loyal customers, that good families, and they bring good people in, and we keep the place well lit up, and hopefully we never ever encounter anything like that.
One of his longtime customers is Eileen Starkey. She was well aware of the tragedy out east.
Like every Friday, we look forward. It's our night getting out, and to worry about things like that is just horrible.
But she also told us that 4 of the victims of Wednesday night's shooting were deaf.
I'm sure they didn't know what was coming. They weren't aware. They weren't able to react.
In fact, Starkey herself is deaf in her left ear and says she has 80% hearing in her right.
I rely on my husband to, be my ears a lot of times.
She hopes she is never in this situation. Others told us these days they try to be aware of their surroundings, and not only while bowling.
Bowling alley or not, we've seen it in malls, we've seen it in schools. It can happen anywhere at any time. You just never know.
And I have kids and grandkids, and yeah, it's always scary to know that somebody like that could be out and about doing, possibly doing more harm.
Now, none of the people we spoke to feel that they should change any of their habits, and neither should you. They just want to try to stay as safe as they can, but ultimately that no one will commit these type of crimes. Reporting in West Toledo, Andre Norrells, WTOL 11.